Welcome to my channel. I am Mama Dove 64, aka Mama D, aka Happiness in the Game. And on this video, I am not so happy because one of my friends in the game passed away in real life. Her name was Lynxy, and she was one of the most talented builders that I knew on the game, and she just passed away in real life due to complications. So I wanted to take this time to look at this video and show you guys when we first met, and then show you guys some of her beautiful builds and some of the experiences we had together as friends on the game. If my memory served me correct, this is the second time we had became friends, because the first time I had came on her plot, she had a major castle, which you can see in some of my videos because it is featured, and she let me see the outside of her castle, and then I left the game because my device had blinked out, and when I came back, she was gone. So somewhere down the road, we came on a server again together, and that's when this video here happened. Lynn, as I called her, had a very interesting build where she loved to build big, massive builds. It was kind of cool to see because most people always building these little small aesthetic builds or modern builds or whatever, but she loved the massive size builds, and she was able to see things that other builders could not see when she built. She also appreciated other people's art. And so, as you guys know, when you guys see my builds, I am kind of weird when it comes to building. And that's because most of the time I dream as I build, and I take things that from my imagination and bring it to life. And then sometimes I'll translate a picture that I see into reality on the game. But she loved it for some strange reason. She loved my weirdness. And so we vibed off of that. This is one of her massive builds. I wasn't sure if it was a hotel or was it a castle, so I'm gonna just call it a castle hotel. But if you look inside, she detailed every little piece of this massive build. This had to cost her a mint, y'all, and she loved doing it. She took her time to detail every piece of this plot. Just so you guys know, Lynn X was a grandma and a mom, and so her builds always feature something for her kids and her grandkids, which was like so cool and inspiring. fun fact about Lynn is that every kid in our group she kind of loved like her own, to the point that she would cry if something happened to the kids or if they were missing from the group. And the only ones who knew she would cry was the other adults in the group, because we were all band together to look for the kids that were missing. Here's a fun fact. Lynn X was the first person I met in our current group. Um, just because I had spawned in a weird server that I never had been on there before. And she was the first person I met. And so she kept following me around, and we went from plot to plot to plot. I call it plot jumping. And I would follow her around, going from plot to plot to plot. And that's how we became friends. Here's another fact about Lynn, and I'm sorry, you guys, my voice is going on in and out because I don't feel good. Um, is that Lynn was a Christian, just like me, and so another thing we bonded over was loving Jesus and loving the Word of God, and so we prayed together on the game many a times, and we prayed about situations that was going on in our everyday lives as well. So I know where she is. I'm not sad because she's in heaven. That's where she is. Another fun fact is that Lynn was older than me, and she saw my avatar and she thought my avatar was extremely pretty, and she kept trying to change her avatar to look like my avatar, which at first creeped me out because I had some other kids in the game that kept trying to change their avatar to look like me. So at first I was a little creeped out, and then one day she came and explained it to me, and she told me that she was trying to learn how to change her avatar and asked me to teach her how to change her avatar's look. And that's how the Queen's Closet on Mama Dove 64 Roblox got started. So I started doing segments where I would show you guys how to put outfits together, how to layer outfits and whatnot, and she would watch the videos, and then she would go back and change her avatar and learn how to change her avatar to look like different characters, look like different people. And she did pretty good. Like, I was like very shocked. Like, she mastered this thing, and I was so proud of her. I spent 2 years as her friend on the game, and so I know she has some other friends that she spent maybe 3 or 4 years with as Bees and MB, which we call not Barbara Eaton, and Silent Wolfie. So yeah. After a while, Lynn took me to meet her best friend on the game, which was not Barbara Eaton, which we call her NB or Barb. And me and Barb kicked it off as good friends. So for a long time, it would be just me, Lynn, and Barb jumping around from plot to plot to plot, plot hopping. And it was fun. After a while, Lynn took a liking to my floor art, and she asked me where did I learn how to do art. And so I told her who taught me how to do floor art, which was the fabulous Tomato, who was my best friend at the time on the game. And so I introduced her to who I call Fab, but the fabulous Tomato. Here are a collection of pictures of some of her plots where we had parties on her plot or B's plot, who was another friend of ours. And these were some of the last moments we had with her, not knowing that she was going to be taken from us. I want to mention two other friends that are very important to this clan of ours or group of ours, which is Silent Wolf and Bees. These were two other master builders who were also friends of ours, but we lost Silent Wolf in real life a couple of months prior to us losing Lynn. So our group right now is experiencing a lot of pain because we just lost two major people in our group. Here is a collection of some of Lynn's builds that I was able to capture because by this time she had already let us know that she wasn't feeling very well. We didn't know to what depth or when she was going to leave, but she did warn us that there was a possibility that she was going to leave us. So at this point, me, Bees, and Barb, we sat down and we discussed trying to get some of her pictures of her plots so they were not lost to the kids, so the kids could come back on the videos and still feel connected to her even in the afterlife. Lynn's attention to detail is like phenomenal. And you know, the crazy part about it is that some stuff I taught her and from us, jumping from plot to plot. And it was nice to see somebody else use some of the ideals that I taught. And then it was nice to also see that she was able to add to the ideals that I taught and make masterpieces. When our friend Silent Wolf passed away, he had some major beautiful plots. And because no one knew how to access his plots after he passed away, all of his plots was lost to the kids, and the kids still mourn the loss of him and his plots now. So when it came to Lynn, we wanted to make sure that the kids never had to experience the total loss of a person where they could not see that person's work anymore, or they could not play on that person's plot again. So with this being said, we have about 3 other videos in our video collection of Mama Dove 64 where you can see more of Lynn's work, where me and her sat down together and we made videos for the kids. I believe this build was geared towards Halloween, even though I don't celebrate Halloween. Some of the kids in the group do, and so she tried to build them something to role play in or play in for Halloween. On this build, she had came over to my plot and she seen my cascading waterfalls, and she wanted to see if she could do it in a different way. So this idea of this plot came from one of my plots of my beach house cascading waterfall. So she did an excellent job in my opinion. To be able to build like this is sheer talent, y'all. I have no idea what this is, but it is so gorgeous, and the detail and the structures and how she used the roof and the windows to combat each other is like total masterpiece. So as you guys should know already, there is a burial site on my orchard where I laid my father to rest, some other family members, and Silent Wolf. And so with that being said, came and we laid Leonex to rest next to Silent Wolf because they were friends as well. The original sounds of these videos have been turned down because as I made this video, I was literally crying, and so it was very painful for me to make this video because she was one of my longest running friends on the game. So we want to send prayer and love and condolences to her family in real life, and to our group family, as we call each other, our fam. Our prayers are for each and every one of us as we endure the grief of losing Silent Wolf and Lynx. So from here, as you guys know, we have a heaven and hell plot. So we took her and we built her statue and we put her in heaven. I built the statue and Bees came in and helped me finish the detailing. And there is Evie, who is one of the kids in our group. And these are more pictures of other builds that she had made for the kids to see and to play on. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you guys in the very next video. And send prayers to her family and her friends. Thank you.